All right, so we have our build out of our 20-gallon sump filtration overflow tank. Just want to give you guys a shot of what we've done. The last video we showed just the building of the tank only. Now we added our media and filtration and things that's going to cause or help the filtration of the water from our 55-gallon. So what we did is we added some lava rock at the bottom, because this is going to be the inflow, natural gravity fed water from the tank, and that's going to come down, and we got this filtration. These are cut up pieces of a 94-cent furnace filter. Just cut them up and put them there. We put the lava rock on the bottom because the water is going to flow underneath, so you need something to keep just allow the water to flow under. So we got lava rock on the bottom, put some lava rock on top to hold the filtration, the filters in place. So we added that. We got these plastic scrubbers. Just if you guys do this build, get the plastic scrubbers. We used, I tried these. That's why it took so long to get this video up. But these, as you see, they rusted. So don't buy the metal scrubbers. No good. Even though they was cheap, they was 3 for 50 cents, I think. But look at that, just rusted all over. Don't want that getting into the tank. It's a lot of iron. So plastic scrubbers, so water flow back under anything that get past this filtration. It'll get sucked onto the plastic scrubbers, come up and over and into our biomedia. I got these biomedia, I believe it was like $2.50 a bag, so I got 2 bags of those. I bought a submersible pump for the 20-gallon tank. So it's just, if I'm not mistaken, it's 100 watt or 150 watt. But I think it's 100 watt for up to 20 gallons. So that'll serve as a backup. And I'm going to put some plant material inside, so we have our biomedia absorbing any of the negative charged bacteria. And then we're going to put some plants in the back, and that's going to oxidate the water here, heat it up, and it's going to flow up and over and into basically a final little kind of filtration bubble remover. That's kind of how we're using this slot here. So it'll come down and back under and into the the pump tank, pump side, and the water, no bubbles. It'll suck it in, shoot it back up to our tank. This whole thing is fairly cheap, as I told you before in the last video. We got this 20-gallon tank for $5 at the Salvation Army or the secondhand store. We're not promoting any particular place, but I did get that for $5. I already had the lava rock. A 94-cent filter gave me these filters, and I have extra left over. These scrubbers was 4 for $1 at the dollar store. They come like this, so fairly cheap. I did purchase the heater. I had a discount card, so I think I paid about $19 for this heater. It's 100 watt. It'll heat up to 20 gallons. So this 20-gallon tank, I already lava rocked, more mesh, and I already had the submersible pump. So basically that's all you're gonna need in order to do this build. Our next project is going to be the piping, and we're going to get this baby set underneath the cabinet, and we'll have a nice little filtration sub overflow tank to go along with our 55-gallon. The 55 gallons doing well. The plants, they are thriving. We run these lights. There's the algae eater. He's now getting big, about 4 or 5 inches. They get up to a foot long. Plants are doing well. We run the LED lights, white lights, about 5.5 hours a day to keep the plants nice and healthy. And we are also, the tank is in a place where we have open sunlight, not direct sunlight, but open sunlight that comes in. And we have our heater in the back left there with our aerators. There's an aerator in the middle that's putting out like big bubbles every blue moon. And then we have aerators in the back right. And you see we already have a filtration system that's already in place. So this is going to cut down on the water changes. Right now, water changes is fairly irregular. It's not as recommended because this thing is so clean. We got a couple, well, we have 3 snails in there and 2 algae eaters. They keep the bottom clean, call them the cleanup crew or the janitor crew. And once we get our sump and filtration, once we get this in place, and I think that's when we're going to start purchasing some additional fish. So we starting from the bottom up. We got our live plants, nice, growing, doing well. We got our cleanup crew in there taking care of everything. This little plant here, it's like a little moth kind of ball. I think we're gonna use that as far as one of the plants that we'll place here, and maybe get some lucky bamboo or something like that to go in there, the oxidation in this part of the tank. And we're going to, after we get this going, we're gonna start adding fish and get the aquarium going nice and live. So if you like the bill, you have any questions, I try my best to answer them. Like the video, share the video. It's a good project. It definitely can give you some challenges, as you saw when we tried to use those other pot scrubbers. Didn't work out too well. So, but the experience is a teacher. So again, like the video. If you have any questions, do my best to answer the questions as to how to build this tank. Some cheap workarounds. The glassware we put in there. I got regular glass instead of tempered glass with plastic, and I had some cuts, so we just took some glue and put glue on the top, so when I'm working in there I don't get any cuts, because I did get I believe one cut working in there without the glue on the top of the glass. So that's something to be aware of when you're doing this as well. But yeah, we did some little retrofitting and some other little stuff. If you see, I didn't want to cut this glass, so I decided to just let it stay up there, and the water just flow on this side, and it's not hurting anything. It's not going to do any damage. Just took some glue and glue it together. You don't get any seepage in there. So that's the latest on this build. And like I said, the next video we'll be posting, it'll be on the piping, the flow up and gravity flow down into this tank. So if you like it, please give us a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, let your friends know that we're doing this, and watch the previous videos that we're doing. So this is just one of the projects that I decided that I wanted to do, and it worked out really well and fairly inexpensive. If you're gonna run a bigger tank, this works out well. It helps with water changes, the skimmers. Skim the water off the top. It'll suck some of the debris that's kicked up in the tank, so it'll work very well. And replacing the filtrations are easy. Just basically pull out some rocks and put some more filtration. Like I said, 94 cents for the filter. Cut it up, and you got yourself filtration padding, which normally in the stores run you about $16 or so for big sheets of it. Didn't need that. So at any hardware store you can get those things. Just cut them up and you got yourself good filtration. If it worked for a furnace, of course it'll work for your sub filtration system. So alright guys, see you on the next video. Again, give us a thumbs up if you like, comment, ask questions, share. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.